So back there is the white vent that a lot of people say their machine puts out moisture. It's the tub vent. And what that is intended to do is to have a place for the machine to expel excess moisture if the machine is overloaded or if there's too much laundry detergent in the machine. Usually, if you are getting a significant amount of moisture out of there, you are most likely using too much detergent and or overloading the machine, and more than likely you're using too much detergent. So I think those two things are the issues that people experience the most with this machine. I've said in the comment sections that I don't have any issues with it. I don't have any condensation or calcification, but as you can see, there is some bit of calcification going on in the back, but it's just a real minor amount and dripping down. It's not splattering and splashing all over the walls like some people are experiencing. There's some people say there's just tons and tons of moisture being expelled and put in the back on the walls. And I'm just not experiencing that at all. But I'm also not overloading my machine, and I'm also not using too much detergent. There is a max fill line, which has a line of about here. And I think if you fill to that max line, that's actually about a quarter of a cup of detergent. And that's too much. 2 tablespoons is the recommended for most normal loads. And if you're doing small loads and lightly soiled loads, you probably should be using less than 2 tablespoons. It's not the soap that gets your laundry clean, it's the agitation. The soap is an aid. Putting more soap in isn't going to get your clothes cleaner. It's going to more than likely leave a lot more residue on your machine and a lot more residue on your clothes as your machine doesn't know that there's more soap and that it has to do extra rinse cycles to get that to wash away. Even though it has a max line here, I am nowhere putting anything near that. I usually put something about 2 tablespoons in there, and for me, 2 tablespoons is really 1, 2. That's it. That's 2 tablespoons. I'm not even halfway up to my max fill line. And that is all you need for a normal sized load. A more heavily soiled load, like if you use the heavy duty wash cycle, you might use that, but that's all we need. If you put much more soap than that in there, you're definitely putting too much soap in and your machine doesn't know what to do with that. And that could cause expulsion of moisture and condensation out of that tub vent. You don't need to hook that white vent up to a hose that vents to the outside. If you're using the machine properly, it should not be putting out significant amounts of moisture and condensation. And you could see what little condensation I had. That's 2.5 years of usage. That's a very little amount.